Hey guys, welcome back to another Comic Guru video. Today I'm going to review and recap Justice League Darkseid War Batman #1. So this is a one-shot that will continue on to the Justice League issue number 46, I believe. It may be 46 or 47, but anyways, in this issue, it is written by Peter J. Tomsai. The art is by Fernando Pasarin, and the colors are by Gabe Elitib, and the letters are by Dave Sharp, and the cover is by Francis Menipel. And I know I butchered some of those names, so you'll just have to look it up and pronounce them for yourself. Anyways, in this story, we begin by taking a look at what happened after Darkseid's death, and many of the members of the Justice League have been given powers of gods. And this one is focusing on Batman, or the Dark Knight. He is given the power of God, and he's basically has this flying chair, I call it the hover chair, where he can basically have the power of knowing everyone's thoughts. So basically it begins with Jim flashing the bat signal one last time, and he and Batman have an encounter on top of the building there where basically he's telling Batman, this chair is turning you into a monster, and Batman's like, yes, but I can solve all of our problems here in Gotham, and Jim is firing back at him saying that no matter what you do, there's always going to be death, there's always going to be murder. So the whole issue is basically a balance between Batman trying to understand that the new powers that he has can basically put all of the criminals away, but in the meantime, it's also turning him into something absolutely terrible at the same time. So basically the story goes, and there's three different sections of this issue in which there is one where a bunch of people are going to rob a club in Gotham. He then takes them to some Antarctic area where he leaves them basically. So he basically can teleport anywhere and basically has the power to do anything. So he leaves them there in the Arctic and hopefully trying to teach them a lesson. The second one is going to be where a gentleman is going to murder his wife. Basically, Batman can see the future, so he knows what's going to happen. So he takes this man to the Amazonian world where the strong women are, obviously, and he leaves him there. And he's like, hopefully this man will learn a little bit about how to treat women. And then one of the Amazon women speak up, and she says as he's leaving, oh, trust me, he will. So basically, Batman's going through all of this and hopefully teaching these people a lesson, but he's being extremely, extremely rough and violent while doing this. And the last little bit of story is basically very personal for Batman. So he goes and visits Jim Chill in the penitentiary or the prison there in Gotham, which is the guy who killed his parents, and he basically tortures him mentally, and he puts this like barrier up around his cell so no one can see what's going on or hear what's going on, and he basically lets him know in this little instant that, hey, I am Bruce Wayne, I am the little 8-year-old boy who saw you kill my parents. And you could tell that Batman wanted to just kill him right there, but he couldn't, obviously, because he's Batman and he's not going to do that, but he tortured him, absolutely tortured him. So then it ends with the issue with Batman coming down in the Batcave, and there's Alfred, and he's saying, sir, can you please take off your mask, while I'm serving you supper? And Batman's like, yes, I'll do that, Alfred. And when he does, you can see him bleeding out of his nose and mouth and ears. And Alfred says, I think the chair is basically feeding off of you, Batman. And Batman's like, Alfred, I could get off of this chair whenever I want. And then he attempts to get out of the chair, and he can't do it. He can't get off the chair. But then he goes over to one of his bat screens or whatever, and he tells Alfred, I can finally accomplish my goal. He says, it's like, I can stop focusing on the many and focus on the one. And then the last page of this issue is a whole bunch of screens of the Joker. And then it says, continued in Justice League number 46 or 47. Again, I can't remember. But basically, he's saying, now that I have these powers, I can finally take down the Joker. Overall, this issue, I was riveted through the whole story. Being a one-shot, the art was fantastic. The way they drew Batman was just so, it was godlike. The way that he was on the chair and the hover chair could do all kinds of different things. It was a lot of fun. So for a one-shot and for an issue that I didn't really have too many expectations for, I really enjoyed it. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more great comic book news, reviews, and previews. And guys, as always, I really appreciate you watching the videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.